In mind, like for a topic. So whatever questions that you have. And I probably won't be on here that long. I just had dinner, so I'm kind of full. Today, I don't know if you guys remember Poshmark, or I don't know, it was really big like when it first started. I mean, I guess it is still big, but I just listed a ton of workout clothes on there. So just gives me an excuse to buy more. Or I just actually had to make room for more because I just have way too many clothes, and I'm in this mode of just getting rid of just stuff that I don't need because I have so much stuff. So that kind of weighs you down, like when you are always like when you just have so much stuff. So I figured it was time. It's not really spring cleaning, I guess, but it's just getting rid of just things, like I don't know. I'm just throwing a lot of stuff away and giving away a lot of clothes. So I had a whole pile of workout clothes that I couldn't necessarily sell, and so giving those to my friends and stuff. So it feels good to do that. And then a bunch of shoes that I just don't wear. Like I buy them for like an outfit, and then I'm like, but I can't wear them because I'm a sneaker girl. So I can only certain heels I can wear, like the kind that have a platform and then have a wedge, and the heel can't be too skinny. I can't walk for shit in those things. So I did have a really nice pair of what were they? I don't know. I forget the brand, but they were so skinny in the heel and so high. And I couldn't wear them, so I had to give them away. Hey there from Arizona. I'm in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. My daughter insists that everybody knows where Cape Cod is, and I'm like, nobody knows where Cape Cod is. It's an hour south of Boston. I mean, some people know where Cape Cod is, but for the most part, it takes me about an hour to get to Boston, so... Anyways, what questions do you have? Do you have any questions about weight loss? Do you have any struggles as far as get out of this chair? I know menopause throws women through a loop. Hey there from Ontario. And it doesn't have to be that way, right? So I think this may sound harsh, but I think that women blame menopause for them not losing weight. It's kind of like when you say that when you're obese because of your insulin sensitivity. Well, your insulin sensitivity is caused by you being obese. So there's different ways to look at that, but blaming menopause on your weight loss is like blaming Grey Goose for your addiction to vodka. It's not the problem, right? So it's you not adapting to what's going on with your body is what's going on. And we insist, because I see clients every day who insist that cardio is the way to do it, and going into a 1,200 calorie diet. And I see it all the time. And that's not the thing that you should be doing. Unless you are 120 pounds, then maybe you need a 1,200 calorie diet. But most likely, if you're 120 pounds, you're probably not trying to lose weight. So I am 58. Can I regain muscle tone? Absolutely. It's going to take a while, right? But just like anything else, and I think people just don't have the patience for it nowadays. They're just they want everything so fast. And if it's not working right away, then I'm not going to do it. And so that's why they're looking for the quick fixes. And so I get a lot of people that have done that. Octavia, however you say that, they've done that, and now they're like, I'm eating 800 calories and I'm not losing weight anymore. I'm stuck. I'm like, it's because you're eating 800 calories. So it sounds counterproductive, but you need to do things in a different way. You can't just slash your calories and do all this cardio to lose weight. There's three things Three things that you need to do. One, get rid of cardio. You know what? That's not one of the things. One is walk. That's the only cardio that you need to do. That is going to improve your cardiovascular health. People say they're doing cardio to improve their cardiovascular health. The only reason why you would do like a cardio session, right, is maybe you're a runner and you're trying to get better at running, right? But relying on cardio for fat loss is counterproductive. So walking, but every single day, right? Getting in that activity. So when you're walking, instead of focusing on cardio, you're actually going to be supporting your stress hormones. You're going to be bringing the stress hormones down rather than elevating that cortisol and elevating your adrenals and draining the adrenals. So walking is going to be way more beneficial for fat loss than any like cardio regimen that you're going to come up with. The second thing is weight training. So you need to put some muscle on your body. And it is hard as hell to put muscle on. I have been lifting for 30 years. And it's really, like, I'm trying actively, right? Working out 4 to 5 times a day, eating way more than my body weight in protein, and, you know, getting after it hard in the gym. Don't do cardio. And it's taken me a long time to get whatever muscle that I have on my body. And honestly, if you're worried about getting bulky, like, it's like worrying about getting run over by a turtle. Like, you're going to see the turtle coming and you're going to be like, okay, come on, right? That's how slow putting on muscle is. But it's going to be way more beneficial to your metabolism and, again, improving your hormones. And all these things go hand in hand, right? So this is all to support your changing body, to support your hormones, to support your metabolism. So weight training is a must, walking weight training. And the third thing is protein. And most women are not getting a lot of protein, right? So I would challenge you to get just as much calories from protein as you do from carbohydrates, because what I see is women are getting like 20% protein, maybe they're getting like 60 grams of protein, maybe 80 grams of protein, but carbs, they're getting 150 to 200 grams of carbs, like no problem, and then we have fats like are somewhere over here. So it should actually be balanced, right? It should be about 30 to 35%, 30 to 35%, 30 to 35%. You want to make sure you have at least 25% fat. So, and this is all going to be dependent on your weight. So I definitely recommend you go for 0.7 to 1.0 grams per pound of body weight. If you are significantly overweight, then you would shoot for 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. But there's no getting around it. Whether you're a vegetarian or whatever, that doesn't mean that you don't need protein, right? It just means it's going to be harder for you to get in protein. So, and I'm not anti any diet, but, or I should say lifestyle, but those low calorie diets aren't beneficial. Keto is bullshit, unless you have like a medical condition where you would benefit from a ketogenic diet. And also intermittent fasting is like such a bullshit thing, because like, how are you now you're taking out a meal, how the hell are you supposed to get in protein, right? I'm trying to get in 150 grams of protein. If I take out a meal, then I'm gonna have 75 grams of protein per meal. Like, no way. Plus, then I'm not gonna have any energy, right? I need energy for the day. That's what the calories are there for. You know, people think that intermittent fasting is like this magical thing. It's not. It's just skipping fucking breakfast, which is not good. You know, just having coffee for breakfast is probably one of the reasons why you are stuck where you are. So, we got some comments. Let me get to them. I know I have a little bit of a mouth on me, so. So yes, you can. So, definitely weight train. Start, if you are a beginner, then start with 3 days a week. And I do have a video on my YouTube channel. So go to my YouTube channel. All the links right here in my bio will bring you to Instagram, will bring you to Facebook if you're there, my YouTube videos, and my Mastering Menopause podcast. I love the pool and some weight training. Do not like cardio. Woohoo! Woo! I used to do so much cardio. I always hated it, but I used to do so much. Maybe you should try all the things you are against. Fuck you. Because I did. I did it for 20 fucking years. So why am I going to repeat my loop that I was in? Literally, that's what I did. Whatever the bullshit new diet was, I did it, right? That didn't work. Let me try the new bullshit diet that doesn't work. Oh, let me try all this cardio. Oh, let me try intermittent fasting. Let me try juicing. Let me try fasting. So, you know, I have done all of these things that you're saying that I should try. So I'm proof that they don't work. 55 years old, 4'11", and weigh 125. I am comfortable at 117 pounds. Can't seem to get back there. So I don't know. Are you strength training? Are you eating enough protein? And are you walking? Those are the things that I recommend. Thank you. I knew somebody was going to ask me about supplements. I don't take supplements except for like fish oil for my joints. All right, so you might need some supplements, right? Working with one kidney. I am not a doctor. I am not an OB-GYN. You know, I am a certified nutrition coach. I am a certified personal trainer. I have a specialization in in metabolism and hormones. That would be something that you would ask your doctor for. What kind of supplements would be beneficial? All right, I'm in a 500 calorie deficit from food. Can I increase the deficit to 1,000 calories with 500 calories of cardio? No, it doesn't work like that. So a lot of people think that they're going to burn 500 calories away. And 1,000 calorie deficit is a lot. It's too much, right? So it's not sustainable. So you're going to do 500 calories worth of cardio every fucking day? Like, Jesus. And so that's a lot of wear and tear on the body. You're increasing the stress and cortisol in your metabolism in your body. It's going to backfire on you. So you can't go into a deficit like that. It's just unsustainable. You know, and so I'm not sure why you want to go and do that route, but what happens is you're going to be running up against metabolic adaptation. And so every time you do that cardio, you're going to be burning less and less and less calories. Yes, this thing is always going to say the same thing. This thing isn't even right? So you're doing your little, whatever you're doing to burn 500 calories, and then your body is just going to adapt to that exercise. So it gets easier. That's why when you do a spin class for the first time, it's so hard. And then the next time it's like, okay, this is a little bit easier. And then, you know, by week 3, you're like, I got this, right? And so that's your body adapting to that cardio. That means you're burning less calories when you're doing that activity. So if you're going to do that, like, then, I mean, I think something like that would work for 2 weeks. 2 weeks tops. And then it's going to stop working. And so now what are you going to do? Are you going to eat less? Are you going to do more cardio? So eating in a 500 calorie deficit is reasonable, right? That's sustainable for most people. And adding the calories, the cardio, when you do cardio, you're just increasing your body's need for more calories. And now it's not getting those calories. So now the metabolism is downshifting even more. And so that's going to lead you to being, have less motivation, being lethargic at home, you're going to be more likely to sit down on the couch after you get home from the gym and just chill. But also cardio is going to increase your hunger and your cravings, because that's the body's way of trying to make up for that deficit that you are going into with your energy, you know. But it's not the calories in, calories out. It's just not as simple as that. And then people think, right, if they go into such a deep deficit that your body eats its own fat. That's not true. That sounds good. It sounds good, but there is no There is no science behind that. Your body is going to eat its own fat when you are in a deficit. What happens is it eats its own muscle because your body can't afford to have any muscle on itself when you are in such a deficit. So it's going to offload that muscle. And that's why I'm concerned about people being in these low calorie diets is you're not just losing fat. You are losing weight, you're losing muscle and water and fat. And so you do that, and then, you get to your goal, and then as soon as you're done with the diet, you're like, thank God. And then you go back to what you were doing, and you gain that weight back like pretty fast. But the thing that happens is the weight that you gain is all fat. So then you're like, what the hell? That came back quickly. Oh, all right. So I'm going to do this diet again. So now you do it. You're stripping off some fat, but you're also stripping off muscle. And then you go back. You're like, okay, go back to what you were doing. And so this is what happens this is how you alter your body shape. And this is what I did, right? I did it seasonally. It was every New Year's, went into a diet and then couldn't sustain it. And then it was like, oh, time to get ready for summer. So then I would do a diet in like May or June to get ready for July, hit my goal weight literally, and then party my ass off all summer, and then start it all over again in September. To do that until like October, November when my birthday was, and then here are the holidays. Well, fuck it. Like here's my birthday's November 8th. Thanksgiving's coming anyways, and then I got Christmas and New Year's, so there's no point in being a diet because I know I'm going to go into a diet on December 1st. So that was my cycle. So every time I dieted down, and I was not patient, I wanted that to come off as fast as possible. I did all the cardio, I did all the extreme diets. I've done every damn diet, I've done every low calorie thing. It would work. I would hit my goal weight, boom, and then I'd go back to my wild and wicked ways, and it would just come back on. And every time it was harder and harder and harder, and it came on faster and faster and faster. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And that was like, by the time I was like 45, I had put myself through the ringer and drained, my adrenals were shot and like basically was laid up. So I couldn't do anything. I had zero energy, zero sex drive. I was losing my hair. I was a moody ass bitch. And I didn't realize like at the time that it was perimenopause, but what I was doing was definitely making my symptoms way worse and not helping my situation at all. So that's what prompted me to just hire a coach. I'm a certified personal trainer. Like I get people into shape for a living. And then I wasn't looking like I worked out at all. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Because I'm working out all the time. So, and I mean, I knew like the reason I couldn't see my abs was because of Chardonnay and Rosé, but I'm like, but really, why am I this fat? Like I should not look this fat as a trainer. So that prompted me to hire a nutrition coach. And then I was like, holy shit, it really is about diet, like, which I knew. We know these things. We know. We just don't want to hear it, right? So it's having somebody else take the wheel and being like, hey, maybe you could try this instead of being, a dick and doing all the shit that you've been doing. So, sometimes you kind of need that. And also accountability, so it's not a like 3-month process, so, and that's what changed everything around for me and inspired me to dive deeper into nutrition, got certified as a nutrition coach, and then realized like there's more to this story than just nutrition and looking at hormones and the woman's body as opposed to a man. Like men do not have the same problem that we do. And I shouldn't say it's a problem, but they don't have the same difficulties losing weight that we do. So my husband can just give up dessert and drop 5 pounds in a week. And I'm like, what the hell? Like I don't even eat dessert, so. All right. I literally cut certain shit out of my diet, mainly sugar. All right. I don't cut anything out really. I prefer like wine over sugar. I'm a salty kind of girl, like peanuts, chips, crackers, things like that. And I didn't work out. No, I think I'm missing something. All right. Okay, so working out 3 times per week with weights. Damn it, it just scrolled up. um, okay, I think I answered that question. Too much BS out there, make it simple. Yeah, I'm all about making it simple. Walking, protein, weightlifting. That's it, bro. Let's go. All right. Probably not eating enough protein. I would actually almost guarantee it. So shoot for 1 gram per pound of body weight. And you're very welcome. How many calories should one start with? That's so, I don't know how tall you are, how much you weigh. It doesn't necessarily isn't a huge factor in that. But, I would need to know some more information before I could tell you how many calories to start with. And it also depends on how many calories are you eating now. Because if you're not eating enough now, then you need to go into a reverse diet. Wrong, you actually lose fat before muscles. I just lost 70 pounds in 3.5 months. All right, so I'm going to challenge you on that you didn't lose that much weight in fat, and you for sure lost muscle. All right, Gracie74, what questions you got? Pop them in there because now we're getting lost. No. Okay, so your body, this person's saying your body eats fat first and saves muscle for last as a survival mechanism. No, it's the exact opposite. The exact opposite of what you just said is what's happening, right? Your body doesn't need to have muscle on its frame. It doesn't need to. It's actually burning more calories by doing that. So what it wants to do is going to offload the muscle. What it does is it holds onto the fat to protect the organs, and that it can live off of this fat in a famine. It can't live off of your muscles. So I would look at like the new research. This is old research that I think that you are quoting. D. Snyder. Reverse diet. Hey girl, check out I have a couple podcasts and a couple YouTube videos about a reverse diet. It's bringing your calories up to build up your metabolism. So how many reps and sets for each exercise? So I usually start for a beginner. I would start them off at I don't want them to go as heavy as they can at first. So I would go 3 sets of like 12 to 15 reps. And then as you improve, then you can start lifting heavier. You're very welcome, Andrea. I don't think I am the only person that has done that, you know? So I literally have been in a diet since my kids were born, and they are 23 and 21. So I mean, it's just a life of just dieting, you know, and it just gets old. I'm not quoting anyone. I'm 33 years old. I've been doing this my whole life. After my first pregnancy, I lost my weight quickly, finding it harder this time around. So I'm Kathy Catalyst on YouTube. So how old are you still breastfeeding? And I don't understand. I don't understand what you're telling me here. All right, so I guess I'd want to say, like, are you still breastfeeding? And like, maybe your metabolism I'm sure for sure your metabolism has changed, but like, what is different this time? So, what is the best breakfast? to cut weight. I do I front load my protein, so most of my breakfasts are about 50 grams of protein. So to get in that much protein, I'll usually have a couple of eggs. I might have cheese on the eggs. I also have non-fat Greek yogurt. I will add a protein powder to that, and so that's like 42 grams of protein right there. And then I do a couple of eggs, which is like another 12 grams of protein. And then if I put cheese on it, that's another 6. So I could easily have anywhere from 50 to 60 grams of protein for breakfast. But I also have berries, and I also have some toast because I need that for my energy. So I do eat the yolks, yeah, because that's where all the protein is. If you toss the yolks, you're tossing out most of the protein. I think there's only like 1.7 grams of protein in the egg white, but there's 6 grams of protein in the whole egg. So you need that. Plus you need to have, if you're going to bring on protein, you need to have a little bit of fat with it. All your meals should be balanced, right? You should have some carbs with some fat with some protein. It just helps deliver everything. Like it just, in a balance, it's going to help shuttle the nutrients and different vitamins and minerals to where they need to be. So you can't just that's why, when you do these extreme diets, like a keto diet, well, you're losing your carbs, and they're recommending like lower protein. And if you do a lower carb diet, so that's what keto is, lower carb, you're just losing that energy source. And then if you go like a low fat diet, like you need that for your cognitive, you need that for your brain, and then you need that for your hair, skin, and your nails, but also your digestion and your mobility, right? So there's just a lot going on. I heard 6 grams is in the white and 6 in the yolk. If you just look it up on MyFitnessPal, it will say 6 grams is in a whole egg. And then if you look up an egg white for one egg, it will say 1.7. So all kinds of myths going on here today. It's easy. So I think like if you go to like MyFitnessPal and then and see what you're having, right? Do that and then see like how much protein are you getting? In fact, here's an idea. Take my free Menopause Meltdown Challenge. You can do that anytime. It goes on all the time. It's a free challenge. Check it out. The link is in my bio. It says free Menopause Meltdown Challenge. And that's going to be a great way to get you motivated to get some more protein in. It's just 5 days. So I think you can give me 5 days, right? You'll get some emails in the morning, and there's a Facebook group. So people are putting all kinds of ideas in there. I pop in there as well and show like my breakfast and my lunch. My lunch, I usually get like 50 grams of protein for lunch. And because I have such a bigger breakfast, like by the time dinner comes around, like I'm full. I don't really eat a huge dinner, so I do kind of like the opposite of what most people do. So I'm going to have a bigger breakfast, but I want my strength and my energy for the gym, right? And so lay it out there on the gym. I have my breakfast before. Coffee is a must, I should say. Come back and then I'll have like a protein. That's when I'll have like my protein powder and the Greek yogurt. And then lunch is going to be some kind of a wrap with 6 ounces to 8 ounces of protein. And then for dinner, by then I probably only need like 20 grams of protein. So that's just like, I could have a piece of fish. I could have like a Greek salad, which I love, with some olives and feta cheese and, maybe some salami or whatever. So I don't like not eat for certain foods. Like I eat everything, right? So I'm focusing mostly 80% on whole foods, but I just had half of an ice cream sandwich, so it's not, once in a while, like I get a sweet tooth. I do have chocolate. It's not even a dark chocolate, but they're just the little chocolate squares that I have every afternoon that goes with my coffee. So I'm not cutting anything out, but I tend to gravitate more towards the, I wouldn't say healthy foods, but definitely whole foods, and try to incorporate as much as I can. Berries, awesome. Citrus, awesome. All the veggies, and I try not to eat like the same thing all the time. And so like with my menu, that's gonna be the menu for the week. Like, so by me saying that I'm not gonna eat the same thing all the time, I'm not gonna eat the same thing every week, right? I can't sit there and buy 15 different damn vegetables and cook them all the time. So this week it's going to be broccoli, peppers, and onions, and then next week maybe it's gonna be asparagus, spinach, and sweet potatoes. That's actually a carb. So I rotate that stuff and always have a variety of berries in the morning, and then I'll switch up my citruses. Right now I'm all about the stone fruits, like the peaches and the plums and things like that, because those are going to go away pretty soon. So but anybody have any other questions? All right, so do you do personal plans for clients? Yes and no. So I don't do meal plans for my clients. What I have them do is I will give them their macros, which just means how much protein should they be having, how much fat, how much carbohydrates, and how many calories. And that's like their range, right? And then it doesn't have to be like this exact number. And so I'm going to be having them shoot for that protein goal, because that's going to be the number one thing. And then I give them a template of how to build their meals, but I don't tell them what to have, because I don't know. Like, I don't know what you like. So I can tell you exactly what I'm having. I don't mind sharing like exactly what I have. You can look at my Fitness Pal and see exactly what I'm eating, but you're going to be like, oh, I don't like tuna. Or, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't like this, right? So I'm not dealing with that shit, right? You are going to come up with your own meal plan and your own meals that incorporate the foods that you love, so that when we are done working together, you go off on your merry way. You're not altering anything, because we've altered your diet and your lifestyle. It takes about 6 months for this to happen, right? This is not an easy fix. It's a 6-month requirement to work with me, because I usually have to undo a lot of fucking damage that you guys have done to your bodies, and it's here, it's this, because you're going to say, I can't eat this much. I can't eat this much protein. I can't eat this much fat. I can't have carbs. Carbs are going to make me fat. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't weight train because I hurt my shoulder. I have to do cardio or I'm going to get fat, right? So I have to undo all of that stuff before you're actually going to get results, right? And so that is half the battle, is that I got on the scale today and this diet isn't working. I am up 2 pounds, and I'm like, how's your measurements? Like, well, like I lost, an inch, but I only lost an inch this week. And so there's all this shit that I got to deal with, right? Trying to get you to see things in a different way instead of what you've always been doing. Ladies, I know, because I did all of this stuff, all of it. I've done it all. So you can't tell me, right? You can't. I am you, right? I am you. And so I deal with that stuff too. Like I get on the scale and like, I've been like, say, I really cleaned up my diet this week, and I get on the scale and what the fuck, it's 2 pounds over. Like, hello? But that has a lot to do with like your sodium intake from the night before. Did you have like a carb heavy meal? Did you, like, there's just so much that goes into scale weight, but that's all we focus on. And it's really a mind fuck. Like, and it's just not a great way to put your head at. So look at the other wins. Like, how is your sleep? How's your digestion? Are you pooping once a day? Like for once? Are you in a better mood? Are you able to get to sleep without alcohol? Can you wake up and not be exhausted and not have to have coffee? Like, I mean, I'll admit it. I gotta have my coffee. Like, I am going to have my coffee. Don't take my coffee away from me. But I don't have to have it. That's not true. I do. I have to have it. But it's not, I wake up refreshed. All right? So I think that's the point that I was actually trying to make. But yeah, I do have to have it. So yeah, I answered that. I don't know if this is a question, but I've got 5 more pounds to lose and it's feeling impossible. So it kind of really depends on what you've been doing already. So maybe you just need to take a break and bring calories up for a period of time. And so again, there's that reverse diet to reset, restore, repair your metabolism, right? Get it into a place, repair your metabolism, right? Get it into a place where you'll be able to get those 5 pounds off. But if you're stuck, then I would look at what you're doing now, like, and how long have you been working it? Do I work on 1 or 2 body parts per day, 1 time a week, or all the parts of the body every day? Not a beginner. So you can do an upper body split. So upper body one day, lower body the next day. Do that for 4 days. Or you could do more of that approach and then whatever body parts you want to work on the 5th day. So that's the split that I like personally, is a 5 days a week. Right now I'm doing 4 days a week just because it's just busy right now. I just have a lot going on, but I just don't. I asked my coach for 4 days a week, and now I love it, but then I'm like missing it. So you can do, hey Wendy, you can do either one. If you're going to just do 3 days a week, then you would do more of a full body where you're incorporating most of the body parts most of the time. For women, we don't want to be working our chest 3 times a week, right? That's not what we want. Guys, they want to work their arms and they want to work their chest, whereas we're like, we're okay with, we don't need to work the chest and arms as much. We're more about the shoulders and the booty and the abs, right? So that's what I focus on for my ladies, but I also am going to have them working on their chest and their arms. So, well, thank you for the love and the rose. How do I find my Fitness Pal? Just go to, it's in the App Store, but you should be able to get it onto your computer as well if you're not using your phone. Almost 50, energy, not sleeping. All right. Yes, you should get your hormones checked. Absolutely. But in the meantime, there's things that you can do, right? So if you're not sleeping well, then look at caffeine and look at alcohol. And I know, people don't want to hear it, but that's a big culprit as far as sleep goes, because it's interrupting your sleep. And that in turn is going to affect your energy. So I would look at those things like shut down your coffee by noon and then maybe avoid alcohol as well, and see what happens. Try it for 2 weeks and see what happens while you're waiting for your appointment, because you should be getting it looked at for sure. So, oh, aren't you nice? Do I have workouts? Yeah, so for my clients, I do program them workouts. I use an app called True Coach, and so they have access to, well, I can't show you because the phone is right there. So what they do is if they're going to the gym or at home, they just open up the app. It tells them exactly what to do, gives them a little video on how to do it, and then they just follow the workout, and then they get a new workout every month. And I'm not one to like change all the workouts all the time, right? You still want to focus on, you want to do some kind of a squat, you want to do some kind of a deadlift, you want to do some kind of a row, you want to do some kind of a chest press, and you want to do some kind of an overhead press. So we work on those. Thank you. So we work on all of those, and then we throw in some fun stuff. But like burpees, I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm doing the stuff that's going to be effective to get you results. Not any of this fluff exercise. I want you to spend all your energy into that session. And so I keep my workouts on the short side. For me, like people think that you have to work out for an hour. You don't. 45 minutes I think is the max that you're going to be able to actually put all your energy into that workout. And then after that, you're just like, we done yet? So I don't recommend cardio as far as a workout goes. Like if you want to like do a little bit of stretch session, but you don't need to do all of this cardio thing before you work out. Is that my husband? It's not my husband. All right, I think I missed a question. Thank you. What is the big news? I don't know how to do a drum roll. Oh, thank you, Michelle. So what you can do is just book a call with me, and then we can talk and see if like what I have to offer is going to be something that you're interested in. So again, link in my bio, and just book it's free. It's free call, and I love talking to I love talking to you ladies. I meet so many people, and that's why I'm saying, like, this is why I know, like, your frustration. And everybody thinks that they're, like, special, right? I'm not saying that you aren't special, because you are, but everybody thinks that their situation is special. And it's the same thing that I hear every single call. It's, I've turned 50. I'm doing all this cardio. I'm eating, next to nothing, and I can't lose weight. Is the gist of most of my phone calls. It's actually refreshing to me when I ask somebody, I'm like, do you know how many calories you're eating? And they're like, no, I have no idea. Like, how many should I be eating, right? I'm like, oh my God, this might be an easy one. But that's just me being selfish. They can't all be easy. But if you've painted yourself into that corner, right? So you're doing all this cardio, it's not working, and you're eating all these low calories. Now you're stuck in a corner. There's no place for you to go. There's no place, right? You are fucking stuck. You can't eat less, and you can't do any more cardio because it's just not working. So how am I going to get you out of that corner? And now basically it's through food and altering what you're doing for exercise. Right? And that's how you get yourself out of that corner. But you're going to be having to go into a reverse diet protocol where you're going to be eating more calories. And this is called the diet before the diet. And this is why I require 6 months for my clients to work with me, because it's going to take 3 months in a training phase, right? So I call weight loss the marathon. Before I am going to have you run that marathon, I'm going to have you training. And the training looks like making sure you're getting in all your protein, bringing up calories to speed up your metabolism, having more calories on board just for everything. Hey, Margie booked. And so, I don't want to go on and on about reverse diet, because it's really confusing for a lot of people. They don't get the concept of eating more to help you lose weight. So, but it's a thing, right? It is a thing. Once your body gets those calories, then it says, oh my God, so I don't need to store this fat anymore. Wait, she's feeding me. Holy shit. So then it could start offloading the fat, right? But what it's doing is it's hoarding that fat all around your belly for the most part. And the gentleman said that your body takes the fat off first. That is absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. And he's obviously not a woman in menopause, because we know different, right? Because this is where we're storing everything. And all of a sudden it just seems like, where the hell did this come from? And so, there's ways to definitely to combat that. So, all right, sounds good. I feel like I was saying something and I didn't finish my sentence. Oh, I think it was about, there's the 5-day Menopause Meltdown Challenge. So check that out. Absolutely free. Booking a call with me, absolutely free. I love talking to you guys and seeing where you're from and making recommendations. It's a 6-month commitment to work with me, but I also have a 6-week program. Sounds good. I also have a 6-week program that runs every 6 weeks pretty much. It depends on holidays. So we just started the first round. The next round is going to be October 18th. It's called Jumpstart, and this is where I calculate your macros, we take care of your nutrition, and then I give you a 3-day-a-week full body training program to be done at home or at the gym. If you're going to be working out at home, you are going to need a set of dumbbells and the resistance bands with the handles, and I'll get you rocking and rolling that way. And that's a really good way, like an entry-level way to start working with me, see what my energy is like. You don't have to have Facebook to do my programs, but so with my one-on-one coaching, you do not. I feel like you're missing out on a big piece if you don't have Facebook, only because I put so much content in there. Like every day, like I see an inspirational quote, boom, it's going into that Facebook group. I see something that I think that is like spot on for you ladies, boom, it goes into the Facebook group. I am making my lunch, I put my phone up, and I'm just talking to you guys and making a video, and I saw that. Awesome. I can't wait to talk to you. When are we talking? Because I just saw the notification come up and I didn't see the time. So I'm looking forward to it. I post my meals in there. There's just no other way to deliver that because like you're going to get a lot of emails at the beginning. Like I'm going to email you a picture of me doing, a video of me doing my my tuna sandwich. Like, so I put all that stuff in the Facebook group. So, and Wednesday at 4, awesome. 4 p.m. EST or your time zone. And so it doesn't, I think you would be missing a part, but then I guess you don't know what you're missing if you're not in there, right? But I'm just telling you what you're missing. So it's definitely an advantage to have that. Plus, all the ladies are friends in there, right? They're not friends, but they are making friends. And so at the beginning of each round, and I don't even ask them to do it, somebody will say, hey, I am such and such, like Sahara 69 on my Fitness Pal. If anybody wants to follow me, I'd be more than happy to share my recipes and ideas, and I would love to see what you're eating. And so everybody hops on that, and so now they're seeing what all the other ladies are eating, and then they're getting ideas, and then they post what they're having, and then they're posting like their amazing recipe. So there's definitely an advantage in a community that's in that Facebook group, but if you hate Facebook, then you hate Facebook. There's just no other way for me to put it. Like there's just no other way for me to put that content. I can't put that content on TikTok. I can't even share videos on TikTok, right? I mean, I'd have to make a TikTok to show like, hey guys, I'm making my tuna sandwich today. I've actually done that. So there is a video of me making my tuna sandwich. Just to pop in and see like, different ideas and stuff like that. So, so to schedule a call, you just go to the link in my bio, right? It's either here or there, and it is it's that bit.ly Kathy Catalyst link, and schedule a call there. It just says, I think it says book a call, and absolutely free. So looks like I'm going to have a busy week talking to some of my new friends, which I love. I love seeing. Oh, and I should probably warn you right now. I'm going to be texting you and saying, hey, it's Kathy Cote from Catalyst Fitness and Nutrition, and we have an appointment today and do you mind if we FaceTime? Because I want to see you, right? So I have my computers over here, and I can FaceTime you from that. And I love, like, I connect more with somebody that I can see, and that way, like when somebody, like, I don't know, it's just the way that I connect. I need to see the person rather than talking to them. I don't know. I just have more of a connection, and I can see, like, I don't know. It's just like, I think it's like a little bit of an energy exchange too, because I am like literally I'm not for everybody, and nobody is for everybody, but I do have a definitely a certain style. I wouldn't say I'm blunt or abrupt, but I don't bullshit, and I'm not going to pussyfoot around. I am going to start and meet you where you are at, but I'm trying to elevate you. I'm trying to get you up to here when you are starting from here. And I realize that you're starting from here because everybody starts from here. So we're just going to go in steps, and then another step, and then another step, another step, another step, another step, till you get up to here. So so that's my main goal is to get you up there and to keep you like, keep the eye on the prize, because I think people don't realize how long weight loss takes. And then when it doesn't happen right away, they get frustrated. But they overlook the things that are happening that are good, right? And that's happening when you are losing, like you could be losing inches and not losing any weight. And that is that's very common. It's not, where's my measuring tape? Not over here. So I send all of my one-on-one clients, I send them a digital kitchen scale. This is so that they can be super accurate with their measurements. Mostly I just want to make sure that they're getting credit for all the protein that they're having, because that's all I care about at the beginning. And then I also send them a body measuring tape. I like this. You don't have to have this, but I like this because it has this little like divot and it sticks. So like when you do whatever your measurement is, right, it will stick there, and then there's a little button so that it makes it like tight, or I should say like taut, because you want it taut, but you also want to make sure that it's even. So like that wouldn't be like even. So you want to make sure that you're getting an accurate measurement. So that's why I like these body measuring tapes. So you could be shrinking, right? You could literally be shrinking, and then I'll have a client call and, hey, how's your week? Well, I haven't lost any weight. Like, I have not lost 1 pound. And then let's take a look at your measurements. And then they're shrinking, and I'm like, but, so just readjust the focus, right? And celebrate the wins, because if you're always focusing on just this one measurement instead of like all the other possibilities and all the other good things that are happening, and you're just hyper focused on what that scale weight says, then it sucks. Then it's a grind, So I don't know. It's Sunday night. I'm ready for some wine. Oh, no wonder. I was like right around 9 o'clock. I'm like, it's time for wine. Well, look at what time it is. It's 9:15 here in Cape Cod. So I am going to sit down. I'm going to finish Ray Donovan. I think I have 2 more episodes. Billions is coming out. I don't know what time it comes out, but I think it comes out at 10. So I'm going to watch that. Muscle weighs more than fat. It's another math. I know there's so much out there, right? So muscle doesn't weigh more than fat. 1 pound of muscle is going to weigh the same pound as a pound of fat. The thing is that a pound of fat, right, is going to look, so imagine like a pound of ground beef hamburger, right? You have this lump, right? So that's a pound of fat. But then you have this, like say a chicken breast. We're going to assume that it's a pound chicken breast, right? But the chicken breast is much smaller and much firmer and tighter, right? So it's not this squishy thing. It's this nice firm muscle. And that's the difference between a pound of fat and a pound of muscle. The muscle is going to take up less room on your body. So for my clients, I am focusing on fat loss. I don't want weight loss. I could give 2 shits if you lose weight. I want you to lose fat. Yes, as you lose fat, you're going to be losing weight, because it actually takes longer to put muscle on than it does for fat to come off. So the fat is going to come off as the muscle is coming on. As the fat comes off, though, if you're not weight training, then you're going to be left with this womp womp womp, right? This stuff. And people are like, oh, I'm not going to work out until I lose the weight. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, because we want to take up that room. Like when the fat comes off, we want something else to be in there, and that's muscle. So that's why I'm a huge proponent of muscle, like weight training, because we want to look a certain way, right? We don't want to be skinny fat. You don't just want to be this bag that doesn't have anything under it, and then like all this loose skin, So, it's all works all together. If you take care of your body, if you take care of your nutrition, if you take care of your metabolism, you'll also be controlling your hormones and having a way easier time with menopause and all the symptoms that go with it. Everything is combined, And I think I started off this topic with everybody's blaming menopause on their weight gain, and it's not true. It's you have to adapt to your body changing. So you insisting on doing the same thing that used to work in your 20s and 30s is the reason why it's not working in your 40s and 50s, because your body has changed. It's not the same body. You can't do the same things that we used to do. So unfortunately, it's just like kind of like drinking, I used to be able to drink like everything and then get up and go to work the next day. Now it's like, oh my God, suffer for 3 days, when you have like a little bit too much. So, all right. So thank you so much for all the gifts. I appreciate it. And great chatting with you. This one was a good one. It was a little spicy. It was a little salty. So I'm not sure. You know what? I'll just put it up on my YouTube anyways. It'll be Sundays TikTok from 9-12. So follow me on YouTube. Check out my Mastering Menopause podcast. Most of my episodes are on the short side, like between 4 and 7 minutes, going over a certain topic, and then my guests fire knowledge, and those will be a little bit longer. But take me for a ride on the way to work. You can listen on 1.5 times, and it'll go through a lot faster. So, all right. So I am gonna have some wine, and I will see you possibly on Thursday.